Alright, so now I've actually downloaded, a few clips. I've downloaded 3 clips from sort of, people sort of well known in that LGBT, I can't remember, lesbian, gay, I forget what, bi, trans, yeah, they say LGBT, I think, or TB, I'm not sure. Anyway, you can sort of tell I'm not really up with all this. What I'm going to now do is just quickly go and try to find the sound. So I'm just going to free sound and just going to download. I've sort of been downloading most of the sound effects from in here. What do we want? Cards would probably be a good thing to search, or books, card sounds. See what this is like at the end here. Not really clear enough. So I'm just going to do that again. I'm just going to go, I'll go book pages. Whole book reading. Page by page, it's not what I wanted to. Flipping through pages. No. I think card is going to be the best one. Reading through a book, turning pages. It's page by page. Book pages. That's not bad. That's not bad. What about this one? That's not bad either, actually. Let's just try the next page. Funny, they don't actually rate the two that I liked. Flipping pages of a book. What's this one like? Just want a very, very short snippet. Nope, prefer the other one for what we need. Nope, tearing pages. No, that's just one by one. So I think we're back to where we were, and I like the ones at the bottom here. I could certainly grab that. I think I'll get this one, even though there's a lot more static and stuff around it. I can still only grab, I just grab the portion that I need for this. It's a WAV file, which is good. Okay, save file. I just have basically where I've been putting all of the waves. Now, I don't think there's anything else I need. I think I've pretty much got everything else I need as far as sound effects are concerned. But yeah, that's important. So what we'll do is I'm just going to create just the start of the compositing in Sony Vegas, just so I've got that portion at least. And that's now been downloaded. Let's go to Sony Vegas. Now you can load 2 versions of Sony Vegas in. Now what I've actually got is I've got a version over here from a video that I haven't actually uploaded yet. I'm going to be probably redoing it. This one's about Hillary Clinton. This was actually one of the early videos that I did. This is actually the second animation that I did, but I don't think it's good enough. So I'm going to get rid of it and then come back to it. So what I want to do over here is just going to go and grab this portion, which has got Hillary Clinton, That's her talking, which I don't really need to bring. It'll probably just come in anyway. And the little screen. So this is what I want to bring across for the videos. So let's now just go and Control C, go across to the next version of Sony Vegas. Control V, there we go. So that's now brought in different bits. I've got like a solid color. So the transition, if we just sort of play this, I'm getting like a TV screen, which is what I wanted to do to the actual clips that do come in. So when I bring the YouTube clips in, I'm going to really distort the voices so that it's illegible and almost make them, I guess, high pitch funny, but not actual. Like I'm just going to make them real. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I'll probably just do something in Audacity or something like that. Just go me 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 and just echo the crap out of it. I don't know. I'll make it up because it's what they're saying just isn't important. It's just not important, and I don't want to just have their normal voices. So let's now get rid of you. We don't actually no. I still need that one in just to get the clipping and the way that I've actually got this set with the Event FX. So I've got the computer screen that's there. I've got the solid color which transitions between, so that when the channel gets changed, that can then be brought in. Yeah, I think we're okay. I'm just thinking out aloud as to what to do next. I think what I'll do is I'm going to bring in the assets. Yeah, I'll bring in the different assets and we'll just go from there. So it's just going to be file, then import. But I'll just do that and then I'll come back to the recording. All right, so what I've got is I've got a whole lot of different bits and pieces. So let's just go and put the video of the different YouTubers in here for now. I'll leave their voices on it at this point in time. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to grab this one of Hillary Clinton. I'm going to go Control C and then I'm going to right click on this one and I'm going to paste event attributes. And what that does is it pastes in both the clipping, which actually has got a little bit of clipping in there. I'll have to change that because it won't sort of match, but the important thing that it does do is it, in fact I'll just drag that over so you can see it. I keep this on the other monitor if I'm doing sort of more complicated things. So that's the event pan crop, brings that up where I can then sort of do positioning if I need to. And I'll probably reverse the order of this. Actually have Blair White, Milo Stewart in the middle, and then Onision at the end of this. Yeah, they're sort of fairly famous on YouTube for commenting about these sorts of things. Blair White is sort of on the opposite end of the spectrum from Milo Stewart and Onision. I've also brought in a little clip of Bearing doing a dance, and Bearing is also very much a like he's on the negative side. So I want to start with Blair, finish with Bearing, and do it that way. I think that way we sort of sandwich in the pro LGBT. Well, I guess they're not anti, but they're certainly, these two are anti-feminist, these two are pro-feminist. So that's sort of the politics of what's going on. We can right click on this one and just paste the event attributes in there as well. And so when we have a look at this, we can then start to see that there's going to be as if there's a TV flicker. Now it may all be a bit too much, but I want it to look, and I'm just using the TV flicker from inside Sony Vegas to do all this sort of stuff. We no longer need Hillary, so she can get going. We no longer need her. Let's just, whoa, hang on. I need that to be not auto ripple. I need to keep that connected. There we go. Yeah, they don't change much. That's sort of why I picked these, and because I'm not actually going to be using their real voices. It's just not going to matter where I clip it. So let's just find where that one clips in. There we go. So we're just going to go and slice that one. And we'll slice that one. Okay, and that'll do us. So I don't know exactly where I'll put these just yet, but I've got more than enough. Zoom in a little bit. And so if we wanted to just sort of play that, just so you can sort of see what's going on.
And female privilege, and just kind of my thoughts on all those things. At the end, I'm definitely...
Unfortunately, this time I am not drinking out of my
just using a little flicker.
Because I had to have a few...
Are bi, or gay, or trans, or above all, metrosexual.
So I'll need to get a click in amongst those, and we're also going to need bearing in there. He's over here. I'll probably use his sound effects on this little dance that he's got. I'm just going to keep that there just so that I've got it as all as reference. Whoops. There we go.
So some of you may have...
So I'll have to get this one to sort of fit in the right position. All right. So that's just got those assets in there. Now the one that I really wanted to actually test out was all of this stuff with the books, the flip books. So we start with male and female. I might as well sort of get them in the right sort of order, really. Now, right, it was flip. It was those. Then it was transgender. Then it was transsexual. And then it was... actually, one thing I haven't tested is just to make sure that this is actually... Properties is... Yep, that's okay. It's my YouTube settings. I just wanted to make sure of that. Gender... okay, now we have... what else did we have? Actually, I better just open up my script. Have a bit of a look. So we had male and female, transgender, transsexual, bigender, and androgyne. Bigender. I can get rid of that one now. And bigender. Androgyne. I'm not going to worry too much about the timing for this. So androgyne, then we had cisgender, non-conforming, cisgender, non-conforming. And transitioning was at the end. I'll just pop that one down there. Was it questioning? I think it was questioning. Yep. All right, let's just play this through just so we get a bit of a feel for it. So it's going to go for actually a fair few seconds each one, which is okay for what I need. So it's the transitions between them, and so what we're going to be doing is just focusing in on those transitions. So it's really just a matter of having like a few in the middle, and then just sort of go with it from there. So let's go and create. Now that's, I can certainly put it on this transition layer. So what I want to do here is I want to start with 01. Just make it fairly big to start with. Then have 02. Then 03. And this may be better for me to actually have done this in a different way. Like perhaps I'm thinking in terms of actually making it into a sequence, an actual animated sequence. But you can sort of see that's sort of working, you know, like with the way that should work. In fact, I probably should do that, bring it in as an actual, as a timed sequence. Let's do that. Let's do that. I think it'll be more effective. That way I'll have a bit more control. I can then actually just tweak things as we go. So just bear with me. So I'm just going to where I've got all my other assets. I'm just making agenda flipbook turn page sequence, and I'm just going to copy them in rather than actually, well, actually no, I can just remove them in because they're not going to be changed as such. All I'm really just going to be doing in here is just going to make this, I might just make it turn 01, I might just make it underscore. Oops. I don't need very many of them. Turn 01. Turn 02. They've got to be sort of named the same thing for the sequence to work. Usually it's 4 digits. So we'll test her out. Okay, so turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's make it 10. That'll make it a third of a second. I'm just thinking, yeah, that'll be about right. So we need to have these two. So C, yeah, it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's going to be 02, 04, you don't normally have to do it manually like this. 06. There are other ways of automating it, but I've just got such small amounts. 06, 08. Okay, then we have 03, 05. 07. So the sequence needs to be in a sequence, and then this one's 09. Alright, so it's going to flip through this and then finish here. So that's going to be my actual page turning sequence. Now I want to get rid of that extra O, delete. Okay, so that's pretty much the page sequence. Hopefully this will work. So let's just go back into here. Open sequence down there. So first image 1, last image 10. That's exactly what I want. Open. Tape name. Let's call it turn page. Alright, so we've now just got the turn page thing here, so I'm just going to call this one turn page. And instead of actually having this little sequence, which is going to be a real pain because I would have had to do that manually and then copy it all the way through, I can literally just add in this thing over the position. So let's just play this. That looks good. See, that looks really, really good. I could even double up the first and last frame actually, if I wanted to. How's it going? Yeah, it certainly works. Let's do that. Let's. I better just save this. So I'm just going to save. That's not where I wanted it. So I'm just sort of naming it in with the rest of the different bits and pieces that I've got here. So Series 01, Episode 8, even though I haven't done Episode 7 yet, but I'm sort of skipping a lot of these. Episode 08, Gender, Flipbook. Okay, so let's now just tighten a lot of this stuff up. Actually, one thing, sorry, I'm just going to go back in and re-edit that little area. So in this case, I want to copy this one. So I may even do 3 of these. Copy and paste and copy, paste. Now it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This will be now 4, which is the same as there. 4, so that's going to end up being so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is going to be 12. $13, $14. Okay, so just got a few at the end there, and so 2 becomes 10. Just shuffle that to the back, and 3 becomes 11. I don't know if that's all making sense, but I need to get all of these back into alignment, and I can't use the same number. So I've got number 1, this is going to be number 2, and this one's going to be number 3. Okay, save. Properties. I don't know if it'll tell us actually what's going on with this. Attributes. No, I don't think it is. So let's just get rid of it. File, import media. Sequence up to 14. Open. Just go OK. And we'll just see with those extra 3 things if that sort of makes much of a difference. It stutters at the end. I don't mind it. It's too much. It's actually too much. Yes, to all. It's just a lot of farting about. So that's going to end up being 12. This one is going to need to. It doesn't matter which one of these I actually go for. So I'm going to go and grab 11 and make that number 3. 3. As long as I've sort of got things. So I'm actually just reverse. I'm just changing the order of which ones start, so that's all okay. 10, and then this will be 11 over this one. 11, 12. File, import, media, open sequence. Turn page. I was going to do 2 as well. Anyway, let's try that. That's okay. That's you do get a little break at the end there, but I think that works. Now let's go and add in the sound effects. Opening books. Yep, that sounds good. Just fade it in ever so slightly. And probably just drop the overall, how that goes. That's good. That's very, very good. Okay, so with that, we now have pretty much all we need to just go to each transition. So it becomes a much, much simpler process. I'm just going to turn on shuffle, which is this one here, so that when I shuffle this, they'll all just come with it. So we haven't even used the animation program yet. Whoa, wrong one. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get as much as I can using the using editors like this, because it's going to save me a lot of time with animation if I can literally do what I'm doing here. Even though it's taken like a fair few hours to get to this point, it's, you know, it's not too bad. Hang on. Yeah, it's going to grab that. I'll just do it manually. There'd be a way of linking it, but I'm just going to go C, V, 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 V. As long as they cover the transition. Actually, I'll turn that off now. See, this isn't doing the right thing either. Actually, I'm going to have to fix all this up. So C, V, 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 Control V, Control V, and Control V. There we go. So that's now got I really like it. I really, really like it. Okay, now we're going to have to go in. Because I've got the extra that's around here, it's a much bigger file than what I actually need. So I'm going to turn off the lock aspect ratio. I'm going to change this to 1920 and this one to 1080. And it should just then zip into what I need it to be. So just in that little area. So I can now turn back on that, and this is the correct size. So that's going to be the actual size, and I can now go Control C, then right click, paste event attributes, paste event attributes. I don't know if I can marquee select. I'm guessing I could. Let's try it with these. Yep, here we go. Everything's looking good. Okay, so let's just play this one now. We'll just have a bit of a look and see. That's really good. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so that's got that middle portion, and all I've got to do now is just put the voiceover. I've got to put bearing in the middle of it. I do actually also have to bring in this card as well. So I'm not sure exactly how I'll do that just yet. Let's split this and just grab all of that. Just drag that at the back because that does get split out. We won't worry about transitions there. So I might as well just get the bearing stuff sorted out as well right now. So we're just going to go across to this area through here. As I increase the size, I don't want to do it too much. It's pretty much. Yeah, a little bit at the bottom. A little bit at the bottom. Yeah, I can't really do much more than that. Okay, so I don't need to animate this. I could actually animate the bottom if I needed to. In fact, there is some animations in there. Just going to get rid of that. Drag that one back to the start. Now I can tweak this if I have to. Alright, but that should be pretty good. And I don't want as much of the SIP syncing as we've got in here actually. So line sync. Yeah, no, that does the blurring and stuff. Interlacing. So very minimal. Phosphorescence. Want that to be fairly minimal as well. Scan phasing. I'll still have a little bit. No static. Interlacing. Yeah, I'll keep that up there. Aperture grill. Detail zoom. Just keep that back there. I might just keep it off altogether for this particular one, simply because it's animated on a white background. Let's just see what that looks like. It's just not catching up with the sound. Yeah, that's probably could do a little bit more. Okay, now what I can do here is I can sort of manually change different things if I have to. Just save what I've done there. Actually, things are crashing. I'm going to have to pause this and fix out what's going on. Looks like we've got a crash, which does happen a bit in this Sony Vegas at times. Yeah, so unfortunately we're back to this point over through here. So I'm just going to grab all of that and just once again just drag it across. Get rid of that little flash of yellow and do it again. That's what we did there. So we've got sepia there as well. Blend strength. I might knock that back a little bit. So there's not too much of it. That'll do me. All right. So yeah, I want these colours to be a bit stronger than the actual real footage. And let's once again just go in now. What I have got, one of the problems I've got is that I have turned on this lock. I'm just going to unlock that just so that I can sort of go anywhere and just do different things. So I pretty much just want to make sure that when I'm tweaking stuff here, I can at least just sort of see the middle section of whatever's going on. Let's just move that up. Needs to be a little bit closer, like that. Now I may need to sort of do something different here with the imagery, but at this stage I'm reasonably happy with that. Okay, so we'll just I'm going to have to tweak some of this stuff just to make sure it sort of fits in, and probably create a loop. But I'll do that when I've actually got my timing with the voices, so I don't want to be sort of spending time doing that. I'm just going to save this now, which I've just done. But no, I'm happy with this. Really happy. I'm thinking I'll probably make use of this a bit, like this idea of having flip books like this in the comic, because that's a nice little asset, really nice little animation asset. For getting ideas across like this. I think this is if I don't say so myself, I think this is going to work really, really quite nicely, just as a graphic. Well, we've got sort of these. I don't know if I'll do the the sounds at this point. What I might just do is I might just try Blair's voice and just see if there's anything that we can do to really distort it. Let's just try this one. I don't know much about this distortion. Unfortunately, you can't. Let's just see what happens with that.
And female privilege, and just kind of my thoughts on all those things. At the end, I'm definitely.
Fortunately, this time I am
That's not
drinking
bad
out of
actually,
my-
but like you can't understand it nearly anything with that. What else can we add? Wah wah, reverb, stutter time stretch, kappa snipper, graphic dynamics, blip, 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 noise gate, pan. Not sure if that'll actually do much. Oh, it's a bit loud. I think I might just do this myself, just make gibberish noises and then just play it in a loop. I think. Will I do that now? I might as well, I guess. So I'm just going to get rid of this stuff here. So get rid of that, get rid of that. Then that just has.
My thoughts on all those things.
Yeah. So I'm just going to record a voice now in. I can do it in this actually. So, but I want to. I'm sort of more used to the filters in using Audacity. So I think I'll do it in that. Okay, so this is the wonderful program Audacity, and what I'm just going to do here is record the voice, and then we'll start tweaking it. So I'll do all three of them, and then we'll just figure out what to do with them after that. Okay, just complete gibberish. Anyway, so let's go to the three different types. And actually, one thing I didn't do was allow myself enough noise really to get rid of crap. So let's just go and just do a noise reduction, get noise profile from that little section. It wasn't really enough. You need more than a second, really. Now I'm just going to grab the whole lot, effect, noise reduction, and now I'm just going to press OK, and it's just going to go through and just flatten out a lot of the ambient noise that I've got around the place. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. Whoops, hang on. I'm just going to create a flat zone there, and flat zone there. Now, what I tend to prefer to keep the original, so I'm just going to go Control D and duplicate. Then I'm just going to mute this top one. So I'm just now working on a second copy. So let's now just play this a little bit and just figure out what we need to do. All right, so what I need to do is I need to give it, what effects? Let's change the pitch to start with. I'll make it 1.5 semitones higher. Make it 2. That's okay. Right, so that's that one. Now we're going to go and effect. I can put reverb in. Level and normalize. What else is there that would be wanting to do? Compressor. Not sure how this one works actually. I've tended to just been using the reverb. So let's just do that one. Let's just do a reverb. Actually not reverb. Yeah, actually let's do reverb. Effect. Reverb. Room size. Pre-delay. Reverberance. Damping tone, tone low. Don't know what wet and dry is. We'll just test these out. Okay, oh, that was a bit. I think I prefer the wet. Tone high, tone low we'll keep down, damping we'll keep like that. Reverberance, let's just get that up pretty high again. It's too much. Let's just go okay with that. And effect, and we'll just change the pitch yet again. Change pitch. That'll do. And I want to slow it down actually for Blair. So we'll just go effect, change tempo. Make it -9. Just going to -16. I'm just going to go okay. So that's just sort of fanned it out a little bit. Do I want to change the pitch? I think I'll leave the pitch where it is because it'll be then funny when it's up against Milo Stewart's the next voice that we're doing. So let's now effect and then normalize. It just makes it loud. Actually, pitch could still go up a bit. Just make it 1. It distorts a bit. There we go. All right. Now I want Milo's voice to be very, very high yet again. So effect, change pitch. I'm going to make this one say 4 right from the bat. That'll do. Then we'll do the reverb effect there again as well. So effect, reverb. That sounds good. And we'll just up the, so we might even shorten the tempo a little bit here. there. It's going to shorten it a bit. And effect, I'll do the pitch yet again. I'm happy with that, and we'll normalize. So we go. All right, now we have Anisian's voice. Right. So, change the, let's reverb this one to start with. Yeah, let's just go okay with that for just for starters. And effect, change pitch. I still want it to be a little bit higher, so I'll make it 2 semitones. Don't really like it. Let's go okay. Effect. Which one? Let's try echo. That'll do. I might change this one and make this one really slow. Effect, change tempo. Yep, that'll do. Okay, and normalize. Effect, normalize. Okay, there we go. So I've got the three different sorts of voices in there. I'm just going to export this one out. File, export audio. Now I need to create a new folder in here. Series 01 E08. This one's going to be gender flipbook. YouTuber sounds. Okay. And we can now get rid of these. So I just want to ignore event groupings for these. Oops. It's funny, that should have. It's got it. Okay. Import media. Voiceovers. Gonna make them fairly low. It's just going to be sort of like background type stuff. So I'm just going to split them at their positions. Not that it really is critical, but So just to get a bit of a feel for how this is going to sound, actually one thing I will do is just drag this one up a bit. That'll do. They're probably going for longer than what I need. I probably only need like like literally just a couple of seconds of each one anyway. So so that'll work out okay. That'll just be literally the joke. There will be looking at the gender card, having the gender card floating over the top. Might as well throw that in as well. So we might insert video track. Go and grab our gender card chart. Okay, and I'm just going to position it like it'll be animated to a degree, and so I can just go back into here and I can sort of rotate things around, and we can start to sort of see how it might start to sort of look. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Down the bottom there. Just for starters anyway. So that's sort of, and I can animate this. Oh, hang on, that's not right. Now, how do I do this to change this to make it, I needed to stop that originally, change the rotation. 20, just got to get my size right. 1080. Now I can lock that in. There is a way of just tweaking this. One of these, forget which one it is. Anyway, there is a way of doing it. I just always forget to do it. In fact, I don't even need that to be very big. There we go. And we got drop shadow. I thought there was a drop shadow somewhere. I'm sure there was. I'm sure there is somewhere. Add noise, black and white, border, brightness, contrast, bump map, chroma key, color balance. Form, fill light, film effects, glint, glow, gradient map. Maybe somewhere in here. Punch, pixelate. I've already gone over it. Where the hell would that be? Noise, black and white, border. Just going to quickly look it up. Yeah, it was in the track motion, which is over here. Just flick it on down the bottom there, position, 2D shadow, and there it is, which looks good actually. So I don't even need to change it, don't even need to tweak it, so I'll just leave that there. So that pretty much means that anything that goes in this layer though is going to have that applied to it. So I can just change this around a little bit, animate that. That's all good. So I think we're pretty much there as far as the assets are concerned, other than the actual animation. So now it's a matter of leaving it again overnight, rereading the script, and then sort of going with it from there. So this has been basically a day's work so far to get to this point. I really am happy with that. Really liking the look, the feel of that. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's very, very good. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'll leave it here, and when we come back, we'll do a re-edit of the script again, probably for the final time, hopefully, and then we'll start recording voices, lip syncing, etc., etc. Still a lot to do, but we're about halfway through, I think, with the actual process.